Momma Cuisine is about making great everyday meals with simple ingredients and basic cooking techniques, and I want to show you how. Now tell me that this doesn't look like a meal you would find in a restaurant. This show also highlights restaurants, foodies, artisans, and events to help me in my quest in making great everyday meals. So come join me. I'm Johanna Cook of Momma Cuisine. I am Johanna Cook of Momma Cuisine. Today I am on location at OMango restaurant in Naperville, Illinois. Their address is 1056 Route 59, right off the Freeway 88. And I'm here to check out this new, it's a fast casual concept, Indian food, authentic Indian cuisine that's fast casual. So I'm going to check it out, talk to their global executive chef Raj Gandhi, learn about the restaurant, order some food, and have lunch. So come join me. Can I order chana masala, please? Yes, please. And a mango. So I'm now in the kitchen at OMango restaurant, Indian fast casual restaurant here in Naperville, Illinois. I am with a global executive chef, Raj Gandhi. He is going to show me how to make some Indian food for all of us to make at home. Okay, Raj, so what are we going to be making today?
Well, we are making one of the basic sauces of Indian cuisine that's called masala gravy or masala curry or masala sauce. It's basically with, actually masala, I'll give you a little brief about masala. Masala means spices. And so if you see around, you see a lot of spices. And we'll be using a little bit of them because in Indian cuisine, spices flavor important role.
Yeah.
And so masala sauce is one of the basic, simplest sauce to make, and the ingredients are always available at home. You can do it very quickly.
Right.
And the idea is that you can create a lot of other, derivatives from the same basic sauce.
So one sauce, you can go and make other things
as well. So that's the whole idea, to show something which is very basic. We're gonna do a chicken tikka masala, and also
okay.
and also we'll do a paneer masala with that. So I'll first of all we'll do the chicken tikka, which is already marinated.
Okay.
Usually you get them in these Indian stores.
Right.
You have them marinated. You want to buy a chicken tikka from a restaurant,
right,
you can do that.
Right.
But if you want to cook your own, so instead of doing it in the tandoor, I like to show it in the oven because the oven is about 450 to 500 degrees. You need to set it up because chicken needs to get a little hot or cooked on a high heat. Because in tandoor it's more than 600 to 700 degrees.
So you want to emulate that.
Yeah.
Right.
So it gets cooked, gets a little colored, on top. So we'll put it inside the oven and keep it for about 10 minutes.
10 minutes at about 450.
And that's the reason they're healthy. So we'll
not too much oil
in the food.
Okay.
You can do it with more oil if you like
Right.
to, because it helps to cook or brown the onions better.
Right.
But we like to do it in a lower oil. So. First thing that we're going to put is cumin. So for cumin, basically, if you really need to have it nice and it should get cooked, it should be on a hot.
So really, with Indian food, you have to get the spices. You toast them first, basically.
Right. Yeah. So you get nice flavors. Right.
And this is cumin seeds, not the powder. Smells good already. Cinnamon stick.
Basically, I like to keep my food as simple as possible, not to use too many spices. and then the garlic.
Cooking.
Sure, great.
I'm cooking. Show you guys my skills. All
Yeah.
right. So we just want to get this brown.
Little brown.
Okay.
And then,
Lots of onions in Indian cooking. Yeah.
Indian cuisine has you're seeing that the onions are a little golden,
Right.
not too brown.
Right.
We don't want it to get cooked all the way through. So in masala, I like to have a little crunch in it so that when you're eating the masala sauce, then you can
There's
get the
texture.
texture in
Yes.
it. Yeah.
Not
So,
all.
Not all. Now we'll add some spices to it.
More spices. Oh, I love
The
this.
dry one. Turmeric.
Turmeric.
Chili powder now depends how hot you want, so you can add accordingly.
Look at
And
these
the
colors
coriander
and
powder.
just the amazing, beautiful, bright colors. Which also means the flavor is going to be bold and delivered.
Burn them, yeah. So that's
So
important.
turn the heat down to low,
Low,
when
yeah.
you're adding the spices.
And then once it is there, so it mixes well
Right.
with the onion, and you get a little moisture, so they get cooked as well. Chopped tomatoes. Out here, the tomatoes are good, but they don't give
Right,
color.
not a lot of
so,
color.
so I add a little bit of tomato paste, which is to give a little volume as well as to give a little color to your to the food, you know.
Yes.
So it helps
depth,
increase
yeah.
the. If your colors are good, it comes out nice and orangish, sauce. So yellow orange kind of thing.
Right.
So which really gives. I'll add a little salt to it because salt helps to, start to cook the onion. Sorry, the
Cook it
tomatoes.
down, yeah.
So
What kind of salt is it, chef? It's not
we
the
are using-
typical salt.
Yeah, we use kosher
Kosher salt. That's what I use it for.
Salt.
Yes. And that's all you taste.
And
So
then
now
just
we're doing
vegan
yogurt?
yogurt.
Vegan yogurt.
No, beaten.
Oh,
Beaten means in the
beaten,
side here.
beaten.
Yeah. So that you don't have any lumps formation inside here.
Got it. Vegan yogurt.
So you just take the yogurt and whisk it with
So you could just do that at home.
at home. Yeah. Means take the yogurt and just with a whisk or a fork, just mix it or beat it or whatever.
Right.
So you get that smooth texture from the.
Right, not lumpy.
Yeah, not. Otherwise, sometimes it becomes lumpy in the curry. So, tomatoes are there.
So that's very interesting. So that's the saying in Indian homes, basically, is that your curry is ready when the oil starts to flow.
Right.
But we don't use that much oil here, so it's
So
different.
that's
And this is ginger.
ginger and some chilies if you like to make it hot.
Right.
So
Of course. What's Indian food if it's not spicy? It smells amazing.
there you go.
Yum.
Here you go. Got your chicken tikka done. The spice. If you like to, after you have done the spices,
Right.
you want to remove it, you can do that. So
Right.
they don't come in your mouth. So it's, yeah.
So now with this sauce, we're going to make two different dishes.
Right. We'll first do the chicken tikka masala. Got the chicken tikka ready. go. I like to do plating.
Yes. Plating is important.
Yeah,
You'll have to teach me now
sure.
some tricks.
You know, Indian cuisine, the garnish has always been very simple. It's cilantro, or if you like to have some ginger on top of it. So that's your chicken tikka masala ready. I guess it took about 25-30 minutes.
Not long at all. Yeah, that's a 30-minute meal.
All right, so you can cook it as fast as possible. You know? And if you're ready to do with your chicken tikka in the clouds,
Yes.
then it's much
It's so simple and it smells amazing. But you're gonna show us one more thing with
Yes,
paneer.
yeah.
Okay, so for our second one, we're gonna make a paneer with the masala sauce with paneer.
Right.
Can you tell us what it is for those who don't know?
Sure. Paneer is an Indian cheese, and it is like a protein for go because Indians are vegetarian by nature,
Yes.
so they need to have some source of protein.
Right.
So they love to have most people who are vegetarian. They love to have paneer
Right.
instead of a chicken. So it's made out of milk, and it's very simple to make at home as well. You just
Mild
need
flavor.
Yeah, very mild. It's we use milk, whole cream milk, and I prefer adding some more cream to it, so that end of the day you get a little more fat in it. So then just boil the milk, add a little bit of very slight lemon juice or a very mild vinegar by adding some water. So the milk curdles, then remove it in a cloth, and let it hang it for some time. So let all the water go away, and then tie the cloth up, put some weight on it, and leave it for.
So you make your own
a couple
paneer
hours.
too?
No, we don't make it.
Yeah.
It's a long process.
It's
So
long,
that's
right.
the reason we don't do it.
Right.
But in India, mostly you get it everywhere. So
Right.
it becomes easier.
Right. You could do this like like a variation for your fried cheese.
Yeah.
Indian version. All right, so show us. So here's our masala sauce, adding more water. Okay.
Usually you get paneer in big blocks. You can cut them in cubes
Okay.
the way you like.
Kind of like feta
Yeah.
in the block. Right.
Yeah.
So the way the cheese is, it won't really melt.
It doesn't
As
melt.
much,
that,
yeah.
It doesn't melt. Usually, what we do is we also fry it.
Who doesn't love fried cheese?
I know it gets a nice soft texture.
Yes.
So that's one of the reasons of frying it out.
Right.
And also, it doesn't break when you put it in the curry.
Right.
That's the whole idea about it. That otherwise, because once it starts to heat up, it starts to break. So your
Right.
curry starts to look a little mushy.
Right.
So it's nice to have it fried, so it's not going to break.
Right.
And, so, masala is ready now. You have a look. Same base sauce. You have two things.
Same sauce, two things. You can-
And you can add vegetables to make it
Right.
veggie curry. If you want to add, I can say even you can put in lamb and cook it on a
Right.
slow fire.
do whatever you
whatever
want
you
with
want.
it. And you know what amazes me? This is a fast casual restaurant. So which means you get your food fast, but you could tell it's cooked from the heart, it's cooked fresh for you, the flavors are bold. I mean, this is so exciting to have restaurants like OMango, and I can't wait. We're gonna have lunch and talk some more about the restaurant and the team behind it and the chef. So now I'm finally sitting down for lunch. I'm sitting down to lunch with Global Executive Chef of OMango, Raj Gandhi, and their General Manager, Anne. And we're gonna learn more about the restaurant, and I'm gonna eat and ask some questions. I have my mango lassi here, which is always a must when I'm eating Indian food, especially when you go to OMango. So let's just talk and tell me who thought of the idea of bringing, you don't really think fast casual ethnic cuisine, Indian cuisine to this kind of platform, this whole crazy cool idea.
The OMango story goes 2 years back. It was 2010 when Sandeep and Karen met in India, and they were looking for a chef because they had this great concept of coming with a fast casual Indian restaurant and in US to make it as a chain. And not only that, but they wanted to be as healthy as possible, because the most important thing for them was Indian cuisine by default is healthy.
Right.
It's only that in the restaurants that we make them unhealthy by
Right.
adding so much of not needed things. So that was the time in 2010 when I met them in Bangalore, and that's how the journey started. Means they were thinking before even meeting me. So I guess it's been a pretty long process for them to this thought process to have this kind of a concept, and it took about a year to really bring in into reality. And I have been working with them for the last 2 years on the menu, how to change things, because it's sometimes to bring the authentic Indian cuisine, where you need a lot of oil to cook, and because people are used to going to the restaurant and eating that kind of food, to create that kind of similar taste, but with no cream, no butter, no trans fats, no fryer. So it was a little difficult and challenging because the spices need to get cooked as well. And but we worked it out, and
You know what? I live in this community, and I know that you guys are very well received in this area, which is why I wanted to come here, because I came here actually one night when I was too lazy to cook dinner, and I thought, whatever, it's fast casual, I'll try it. And you were here, I was completely amazed, and I just said, we need to meet and do a show, because this is what excites me about, restaurants kind of bore me these days. I don't go out to eat a lot, I know how to cook. But to come across people who are thinking something that's old and turning it into something fresh and really bringing fresh food to our society. We are fast-paced people. We can't get away from that. So how can we do it the other way, where we can change the way of thinking? Yes, it's fast food. I hate to even say that. It doesn't do it any justice. But it's fresh. You guys saw we made everything from scratch. They grind their own spices. I mean, that's amazing. Who does that? Which fast casual does that?
And then, the environment that we put this into as well. We wanted it to be more accessible, more like India, colorful and vibrant.
Fun,
and an open kitchen, which allows you to see some of the excitement of the techniques that go into cooking the food, as well as show people what's going on behind the scenes, because that's another thing that people don't really know about with in restaurants. And then by bringing Raj and I in, both of us have kind of a fine dining background, so we wanted to really focus on the quality of the ingredients and the cooking techniques. So that's part of the reason
that's very important, because you have that in fine dining, and you guys who know about fine dining or work in fine dining, it's a different world. I've worked on both sides as well, fast casual and fine dining. But to bring it together, and if you can pull it off, it's genius. Like OMango, it's genius. So, Chef, can you tell us a little bit about your background? What did you do before OMango?
I was working with Leela Palace. That's a 5-star property in Bangalore. I was the executive sous chef over there and managed the property for about a year, because there was no exec chef there. But so it's about 300 plus room hotel, and I was heading the whole. We had about 5 restaurants, and I was managing the whole team of about 150 staff. And before going to Leela, I was basically in Middle East, worked with Ritz-Carlton in Bahrain.
Fancy.
It was
very fancy. I want to go.
It's one of the best properties,
in the
or
world.
a company to work with. And had been lucky enough with them to travel, because that was the only hotel which they had with an Indian restaurant. So I was heading their Indian restaurant called Nirvana, and that's they started sending me across the globe to go around and do the Indian food festivals, because there was no Indian chef for them. So it was a great experience working with them. And then before that, I was in Kuwait working with Sheraton, Dubai, London. So
not to brag or anything.
I like to travel, I guess.
That's good, because food is all over the world. You get inspired by everything you see everywhere.
Agreed. So that's also starts reflecting in your cuisine, because when you see so much
Yes.
from different part of the world,
Yes.
and you want to, means I don't like to twist my food.
Right.
I like to make it as authentic as
Right.
possible, or as the way I've been eating in my life.
Right.
So sometimes we have this like, oh, it's not authentic cuisine that we serve here, which I sometimes feel as, what is, if somebody can explain me what is authentic, I'm more than happy to go and do that
Right,
authentic.
because every culture has another culture's influence. So
Every
Right.
chef has their own.
yes, you have your own
As well.
perspective. Yes.
And with the Indian cuisine, the major challenge comes in. It's unity in diversity. You know that it's such a big country,
Right.
and everybody speaks different language.
Right.
So every state has its own food. So it's so difficult to say that this is 100% authentic,
Right.
because every 10 kilometers the language changes, the style of
Wow.
food changes.
Wow.
So it becomes very difficult to say
Right.
that this is the right.
Right.
So what I feel is what tastes good, and we have all the Indian spices. It's Indian.
Right.
It's very, very simple, right?
That's like me. I buy garam masala and I throw it in food and I call it Indian food. Now, Ann, tell us about your background.
I come from the back of the house culinary
Okay.
side of things as well. So started my cooking career in Washington, D.C. and been back in Chicago now for a couple of years, working downtown at Alinea.
Oh, come on.
So-
Really?
There I got the modern techniques
Yes.
and the kitchen discipline.
Yes.
And then I spent the past couple years at V in Western Springs,
Yes.
which is great. They kind of really taught me how to cook and gave me an appreciation for local seasonal cuisine and
Yes.
quality of ingredients. So we're trying to implement any of those types of sourcing whenever we can.
Right.
We've been buying some really great Amish antibiotic-free chicken from Ohio, which I think is really contributing to the flavors and everything.
Right.
So
So how exciting is that, you guys? You have to show up in OMango in Naperville, Illinois. Was the address?
1056 Route 59.
Right, yeah, it's so easy, so close to the freeway off of I-88. You just straight shot. OMango's right there, and you could see the talent. This is not a typical fast casual restaurant. We have these two here running the show, and come and support and really taste the good food. We're gonna have lunch now, and we will see you guys later. Thank you for watching another episode of Momma Cuisine. If you want any more recipes, visit mommacuisine.com, and do not forget to subscribe to this channel. Thank you, and we'll see you next week. So I'm here with Kavita of OMango. I brought my sari, which I've had since I was 18 years old, but I've never worn it because I have no idea how to put it on. So she is going to show me while I'm here. She's going to show me how to wrap my sari, and I'm going to wear it while we're having lunch. So, hi.
Hi.
All right, show me how.
Okay, so you do this in here.
Okay, so I just drop the rest of this.
Tuck it inside.
Okay,
Yeah.
so tuck it in. I'm excited for this. Okay.
So there you go.
Okay, she's gonna help me. I can't do this anymore. She's gonna help me. Okay. See? I can't believe I've had this for years and I never learned. My grandmother knows how, but she's in the Philippines. Mommy Pina, look what I'm wearing. My sari. She just might cry when she sees this. Okay, and then we tuck it in. Okay.
It stays. It is.
Uh-huh.
Take it. same thing with this. You
Okay.
do pleats.
Now I'm gonna need to increase my Sari collection. And that's
You
it.
just spin it up here.
Oh, nice. And that was my Sari lesson, people.